Oh, boy. Should I hit this hot button right now? I don't understand anything they do at San Diego State, and I happen to like Sean Lewis. So they go through all their workouts, spring football, new quarterbacks. We've talked extensively about the roster overhaul, etc. Here comes Jaden Denegal, transfer from Michigan. Here comes Bert Emanuel, transfer Central Michigan. Guys have played some. Guys have practiced against number one defenses. Guys have been stars in the Mid-American Conference. They get into the spring football game, and they both really struggle. Denegal was 6 for 13 for 56 yards. Could not move the football. Emanuel was 6 for 13. He did throw an 87-yard touchdown heave that a guy ran through the secondary for a touchdown. So they've gone through everything, all the offseason workouts, spring football, into this and all these practices, and they can't run the ball worth a lick, and they've hardly hit any passes whatsoever. And then the decision is made the night before this Red Black game. No tackling. This is going to be touch football. They didn't want to get anybody hurt. Well, you do have to have contact to get ready for the opening of the season. And the response, there was no response. Nobody freaking showed up.
Yeah.
Less than 500 people for the Red and Black Scrimmage at Snapdragon State. Less than 500. By the way, their season ticket count, which at one time was 15,973, is now just a shade over 6,600. That's what they're going to open the season with. And then to top it off, ex-players who showed up were shocked. No, that's not the correct adverb. Pissed. They criticized Sean Lewis, went to the Union Tribune, and called it horseshit. No, they had no spring scrimmage. They made a beer Olympics for the players. Mm-hmm. No scrimmage, no contact. And no contact. It was flag football in the Red and Black Scrimmage to get started the season. And one of the players came out and said, "You've denied the fans the opportunity to see the growth of the program and see the players play hard." And he said, "You've lost the town." What did I say weeks ago? They've lost the town.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't understand this whole rationale at San Diego State. I wish I could be more optimistic, but the fans are not showing up. So unless they're going to give away 32,000 free tickets at supermarkets, who's going to want to go see this? I mean, that coach has a good resume. That coach has had a dynamic offense at Kent State. We saw what he did the first half of Colorado, even though they were overwhelmed with injuries and all that. I just don't see it transgressing into success at San Diego State at this point. And just the whole atmosphere of why you're doing what you're doing. I had to beg with them to hold a media day for those of us in the media. And they hold media access, and they give you 30 minutes to be there while the players are stretching, and then they close you out. You're not allowed to be there.
Wow.
It's bizarre. And I want to see this thing do well. And there's such a great historical legacy of Aztec football, Aztec great players, the great history of quarterbacks, the Marshall Faulks, and the great running backs. This, to me, it's absolutely stunning where they are. People were really upset. Probably the 495 who showed weren't upset, but maybe they were upset because there was no contact. It was flag football. Okay. That's my speech as to where San Diego State is. If I'm wrong, tell me in Fans Forum. I don't think I'm wrong. If you side with me, stand up on my side of this table and tell me that these guys have screwed this thing up royally. John, the podium is yours.
You know, if you want to be like a top tier, I'm using Ben and Wood's gloss right there. But if you want to be a top tier program, you got to do all the top tier things. So like to your point, having the pro media day, having a legit spring game, and the spring game in the spring, right? I mean, that's what's one of my questions is usually like Oklahoma, these other big football programs, they'll sell out the stadium for the spring game. It's a huge deal in the community. And that's usually like in May or something like that,
exactly.
right? So that was the beer Olympics, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that the Aztec had. So now they do this flag football. And I know they had a couple of really serious injuries. So, I mean, he's being a little cautious. But this is a market that's just ripe for the taking. Even though the Padres have got all the, the fascination of the fans, there's no football here. And if there is a winning football program, the fans will show up. That's all Sean Lewis has to do is just win. Just win, baby.
Past tense. They missed the boat.
No, but if they'll get it back, I think if they win. If they fail to win and it's another 3-9 season or whatever it was last time, then yeah, c'est la vie.
Okay. Somebody's college football fan. Jump on board. You got opinions about this storyline as it relates to San Diego State, because we're going to continue to cover it and we're going to continue to talk about it. And if you like it, great. And if you disagree about it, then tell us why. We move on from that.